So Mr. Yates is a West Texas farmer around the Depression age. He was a sheep farmer who barely made enough money to clothe his family and to feed his family, and he struggled every day just to do that. Well, one day, an oil company executive came to him and asked if they could drill on the property, thinking there would be oil on the property. And Mr. A. Yates approved, and they found that there was up to 80,000 barrels of oil coming off of his property every day. Mr. Yates became an instant billionaire. But the question was he already a billionaire prior to them getting the oil out? See, the potential was there. It just hadn't been extracted yet. They didn't know what was truly under the ground until the oil company executive came and told him. As a matter of fact, when he first saw the property, he thought it was a great place to raise sheep and just to make enough money to survive. Little did he know the riches that he truly had underground. He was always a billionaire. He just wasn't able to experience it until they were able to extract the oil, until he was able to see and understand what was underground and the value of that. Now, so much of our Christian life is lived in that same manner. We're thinking of it as salvation as only as a behavioral modification program, and that, if we could just get our behavior and right enough, then we could experience this victorious life. Well, salvation is not about changing your life. A matter of fact, as you try to change your life, you're actually unbelieving the things of God. See, salvation is not about changing your life, but trusting and experiencing His exchange life in you. Now, that only can come through a trust relationship with the finished work of Christ. Most people don't even know about the finished work of Christ. They just know that they needed their sins forgiven and that Christ forgave them on the cross and that one day they can get to heaven, and they miss this beautiful time of experiencing His life here on earth. See, Jesus did not come to make bad people good, but to give dead people life. What they were most in need of, and what each one of us is most in need of, is life. When Adam and Eve ate of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, God said that they would surely die, and they did spiritually. So now what we need today is His life, and to experience that. Christianity, unfortunately, has become some sort of behavioral modification plan. Whether you go all the way on the right side of the ditch of legalism and say, we can't even wear makeup or dance or anything like that, or whether you're on the left side of the liberal ditch saying, well, I don't know if there's even a heaven or hell, but a lot of these things in here seem to be good, so we'll just keep reading this poetry and having a decent life while we're here. It all becomes a self-focused behavioral modification plan. And it never was meant to be that. This was meant to be an abundant life, His abundant life in us. Think of some of the sayings that Jesus said. He said, the thief comes only to steal, kill, and destroy, but I have come that they may have life, and have life abundantly. That is the reason that Jesus come. Now, that word life in there is not the word bios, but zoe. That is Christ's life. That is eternal life. We have that life. That's why we live eternally. Now, think of some of Jesus' other sayings where He said, I am the resurrection and the life, the Zoe. He said, I am the bread of life. I am the way, the truth, and the life. See, He wants to impart His life to us. But the more that we keep trying to buck up and do better on our own, the more that we're unbelieving in the finished work of the cross, that Jesus has already imparted His life to us, and we've been reconciled back to God, and we can now experience God's abundant life. The more that we try to do it on our own, the more that we unbelieve that He has already done it. So today, trust that you have been crucified with Christ, and it's not you that no longer live, but that Christ that lives in you, and start to experience the abundant life, the victorious life that He promised through His Son, Jesus Christ. Thanks for watching. For more information, go to promisedgrace.com. That's PROMISED grace.com.